The road, that seemingly endless stretch of asphalt connecting destinations, hides secrets no one should ever uncover. We believe we're in control, but what if the unexpected tests our resolve? These tales blur the line between reality and nightmare, questioning our understanding of safety and normalcy. The hum of the car engine becomes your only companion as the darkness presses in. Suddenly, the static crackle of the radio transforms into whispers. Indistinct words, foreign yet eerily familiar, fill the air. A chill seeps through the cabin. Something unseen watches from the shadows beyond the headlights. You stop at a roadside diner, hoping for comfort, but the silence inside feels deafening. The waitress's smile seems too wide, her voice unnaturally sweet. "Long way from home?" she asks, but the words feel like a warning. Behind the counter, a clock ticks backward, counting down to something unseen. When I stepped into that church, I never imagined a simple conversation could alter my destiny. That's where I met Mariana. Her gaze held an impossible depth, as though she knew things no one could explain. The world seemed brighter when we were together until the night we hit the road. The road was calm, the engine's hum comforting, until she began to murmur something incoherent. Her body stiffened, her eyes fixed on the distance. "Are you okay?" I asked, my voice trembling. She didn't answer. Without warning, she opened the door and darted into the forest, swallowed by the darkness. I hesitated, then followed her, calling her name. Every step into the woods felt heavier, as if the air grew thicker. The wind carried whispers that seemed to mock me, repeating, "Leave while you can." Then I stopped. No sign of her, just silence, and the icy certainty that I wasn't alone. As I turned to leave, I saw footprints in the dirt, too many, leading in every direction, as though an unseen crowd had surrounded me. The forest grew darker. My breath caught as a shadow moved, and a voice echoed behind me. "She isn't yours to find." Deserted roads have a strange way of testing the sanity of those who dare to face them alone. That's what I thought that night, driving through the endless emptiness of the desert. The clear sky darkened into a whirl of storm clouds, and thunder tore through the silence. I stopped the car, hesitant, waiting for the storm to pass. Then I saw them. 3 figures, each holding a lantern, walking slowly toward me. Their movements were unnervingly deliberate, as if they were shadows trying to mimic human form. I leaned closer to the window, trying to make them out, but the lantern's glare blinded me. When one finally came close enough, I noticed their lips moving, but no sound emerged. It was as if the silence itself had swallowed their words. What would you do in my place? Wait for answers, or flee before uncovering something unforgettable? I turned the key, but the road ahead seemed to have shifted, the lights no longer where they had been. As I sped away, I felt their gaze follow my gazes that weren't human, but windows into something ancient and dreadful. Have you ever heard of those towns forgotten by time? That's exactly what we thought when Leonardo and I stumbled into a deserted village. Hunger and thirst led us to the only building that seemed operational, a gas station by the roadside. The silence was so profound, our footsteps echoed unnervingly. Inside, everything appeared normal, except for the cashier. His features were vague, his grin unsettling, his unblinking stare fixed on us. We paid and turned to leave, but something caught my eye. The same man, with the exact same expression, stood behind the counter again, as if reality had glitched. "Strange, don't you think?" I asked Leonardo. He nodded, but his tense eyes betrayed his unease. Outside, what had been an empty lot was suddenly filled with people. Men, women, children. Yet something was wrong. Their movements were jerky, as if controlled by an unseen force. "Get in the car, now," I shouted. The crowd turned in unison, their faces duplicated like reflections in a broken mirror. As the engine roared to life, their low murmurs followed us, growing softer until they vanished into the distance. What if the world you think you know is only a fragment of something vast, incomprehensible? The roads we travel conceal more than bends and vistas. They harbor secrets that test the boundaries of reality. Are you ready to use what you've learned here to make fear an ally? Consider this the next time you're alone on the road. Remember, safety comes not just from locks and lights, but from understanding the unknown. What about you? Have you ever experienced something that defied logic? If so, share it in the comments, and let's uncover these mysteries together. Don't let these stories fade into memory. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and keep exploring what few dare to face. The next encounter could mean the difference between understanding what surrounds you or being consumed by it.